Keep it going for Steve Cody.
Thank you so much. It's so tough following a woman who can impersonate a 12-year-old girl. Just ain't easy. Look at the smile on your face tonight. You are lighting up the room. Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're having the time of your life. Have the other comedians been funny? Yeah. Well, don't count on that from me. In fact, my motto is expect less. And you'll see I will deliver on that pledge. And speaking of not delivering on pledges, have you guys been following the Republican primaries?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Have you been watching the candidates?
Yes.
Or as I prefer to call them, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. You know the four horsemen? Okay. You familiar with the four horsemen of the apocalypse? You are one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. You know, I know that we have a black man in the White House and we nearly elected a woman vice president 4 years ago, but as far as I'm concerned, there's still no diversity when it comes to the serious candidates. You know what minority is the most overlooked one? Little people. Show me the last time we've had a serious midget candidate. They keep getting the short end of the stick. That was a low blow. Keep it coming. Wait. I've done my homework. Did you know that there are 3 million people under 2 foot tall? That dwarfs the number of 7-footers. Now, dwarfs was the operative word. Your smile is lighting up the room right now. I love this woman. I'm a PR guy. That's public relations, not Puerto Rican. I think we'll let the Puerto Rican joke die now. I think, even at this late date in the primary season, if you find me the right midget, I'll get him elected president. I've even come up with 3 campaign slogans for him, excuse me. I'd love to share them with you. Do you mind?
Sure.
Number 1, short in stature but tall on ideas. Bear with. All right, okay, I got an okay. Number 2, it gets better. You want a Beltway outsider? Our little guy can't even reach the guardrail. It takes a little time because the Beltway is a highway. It's got a guardrail. So he's the ultimate outsider. Number 3, big problems demand small solutions. Nothing from you. No reaction. No, you like little people. You have nothing against them. Here's the beauty of running a dwarf for president. Because aside from the economy, the number 1 problem we're facing, high energy prices. And guess what? A little president is an energy efficient president. He doesn't need to live in a big drafty White House. He'll stay put right in his gingerbread house. And he doesn't need to fly an Air Force One. He'll shoot himself out of a cannon. Love this guy. Keep it coming. No, really. We'll wait. And he doesn't need to ride around in a gas-guzzling limo either. The Secret Service agents will just throw him in their backpacks. So move over, Mitt. Not now, Newt. Get down with the dwarf. She liked that. I thought that was a good ending.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you. So, we are coming up on one of my all-time favorite times of the year, Easter. Easter has always been a very special time for me. I always think of my family when Easter rolls around. I especially think of my older brother, Russ. Because when I was maybe 3 or 4, getting those Easter eggs on Sunday morning meant everything. So I remember one Sunday, Easter Sunday, I ran downstairs, ready to get the Easter eggs, and my brother said, "Whoa, not this time. The Easter Bunny was just run over on Teaneck Road. Yeah, I was crushed. Just like the Easter Bunny. You're ahead of me there. You're ahead of me there. See, I grew up as a soldier of Christ, and I was immediately indoctrinated, and I thought, wow, the Easter Bunny just died for my sins. And that was the beginning of my Catholic guilt. And that led to, every Easter now, as a former altar boy, all I think about this time of year is the big guy himself, Jesus H. Christ. And I think, man, did he suffer. And I'm not talking about that last day either. I'm talking about, the years that this guy just walked around in the scorching sun. Yeah, every now and then he'd hitch a ride on a donkey, but that was almost a miracle. That was almost a miracle. Imagine if Christ had access to today's technology. Imagine if Jesus could tweet. Just imagine. He'd be pumping along, he'd say, about to walk on water. 3 p.m. today. East Shore, Sea of Galilee. Bring a friend. Hashtag flash mob. Or you can give me an update on another miracle. Just cured some dude of leprosy. Wow. Who needs Clearasil when the King of Kings is in town? Hashtag proactive. He can keep me up to date on his entourage. Can't believe I just spotted Mary Magdalene standing on the corner of Golgotha in Maine. When is she gonna learn? Hashtag naughty girls. We're just not connecting. You try. We'll take it outside later, and I'll ask you what is not connecting with the beautiful smile. As things get worse for Christ, he starts updating you on his tweets. Father, can this be the next to last supper? Hashtag foodies. And then near the end, please tell me they're not serious with that crown of thorns. Hashtag sadomasochism. Sadomasochism. And you gotta believe a tech-savvy Christ would be all over Foursquare. Just ousted Barabbas as mayor of Jerusalem. Barabbas is a funny name. Just checked in at King Herod's for lunch. This is gonna suck. And Christ had to have had a flip cam, right? Yeah. He's gonna be shooting some video, he's gonna upload it on YouTube, and what's it gonna be called? Shit Disciples Say. A connection at long last. The first one. I think these Roman soldiers are really nice guys. They're just misguided. Doubting Thomas. I can't believe I just denied knowing how to fish 3 times. What is it with me and 3? Peter. Peter denied Christ 3 times. The third and final one. Jesus always loved Matthew best. Mark. Speaking of crucifixion, I'm from New Jersey. And if there's any state that gets crucified more than New Jersey by comedians, I'd like to know what it is. But there is one thing New Jersey does better than any state in the nation. Political corruption. We own fraud. And I do respect what's been going on down here in New York. First Spitzer, then Wiener. But those are one-offs. Thank you, Mario. In New Jersey, I told you I'd get you. Body by Mario. In New Jersey, On one day, 34 elected officials were arrested. 34. That's the same number of games the Mets won all last year. And on that same day, 8 rabbis were arrested. Does anyone know what the rabbis did wrong? They were selling human kidneys on the black market. Wow. Rabbis selling human kidneys on the black market. True story. No. True story. Look it up. Look it up. Absolutely. Hey, comedy is all about telling the truth. I would never make these things up. My only question about the human kidneys is, were they at least kosher? She liked that one. I'm connecting with her, but not with you. So I hate to end things on a down note, but I need to share a story with you. My 89-year-old dad was recently diagnosed with glaucoma. Yeah, and as you might expect, he's thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Because in New Jersey, medical marijuana is available for glaucoma patients. My dad can smoke as much pot as he likes. But there's a problem. The supply hasn't caught up with the demand. So my daughter's become my dad's connection. That's intense. When I was growing up, my dad was there a joke about my dad? We meant to take that outside. She marks it up. She doesn't get reimbursed. Oh, it's a profit-making enterprise, trust me. Ganja are us. When I was growing up, my dad was incredibly conservative. But now when he says Rush, he's not talking about Limbaugh. When I was growing up, my dad was a great short order cook. Now all he does is bake brownies. And those brownies will get you baked. Oh yeah. And when my kids used to talk to my grandfather, they would call him Pop Pop. Now he's Pot Pop. And getting them to go to visit their grandfather was like pulling teeth. Now they're like, let's go to Pot Pots and have some brownies. Final story, Mario. My dad's about to turn 90. So I said, Dad, what would you like for your big 9-0? I figured, you know, big family get-together, something like that. We wanted a bomb. And Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And a lava lamp. I am the Rep Man. RepManCody.com. Check me out. Thank you so much.